So Triple H, he did a interview, sit down with Ariel Helwani.
Mm-hmm.
It's a hard name to say. He did BT Sports.
Ariel
He's
Helwani.
promoting
Yeah.
Clash at the he's promoting Clash at the Castle, of course. But he did a good little sit down interview. He kind of addressed bringing Braun Strowman back. He kind of addressed bringing Bray Wyatt back.
Mm-hmm.
He addressed The Rock potentially coming at WrestleMania. He definitely confirmed that without confirming it.
Yeah.
Um, that The Rock's gonna come back at WrestleMania and wrestle Roman Reigns. But the story that I want to talk about from all this is his take on AEW. Hawani, he asked him. So the rumor going around in the wrestling community is that the reason NXT was buried the way that it was is because he was Triple H was put head to head against AEW to kill them before they get started,
Mm-hmm.
and AEW beat them in the ratings. And then Vince got mad that they couldn't beat AEW, so he punished Triple H by burying all the NXT people.
Well, he was doing that
That's
before AEW.
that's the story
Well, that's a
in
dumb
the
story
community.
because he was doing it. The community's stupid because he was doing that well before AEW. They
Well, that's
wanted
here
to,
nor there.
they wanted to turn Neville into fucking Mighty Mouse. That was well before AEW.
Well, that's here nor there.
Oh.
So Hawani asked him about it, and Triple H pretty much squashed it and said that's not true. But the headline grabber here is he says, "You beat our developmental. Good for you." And then he gives this little Triple H smirk. So he pretty much says AEW, they went like, "Good job, you beat our developmental brand." Now, that's the headline grabber there.
Mm-hmm.
That's false, first of all. Yes, they did beat developmental, but they weren't treating it as developmental when they were going against AEW. You have NXT. They're everywhere you go. They were touting it. This is the third brand. This is you got Raw, you got SmackDown, you got NXT. They're all equal.
Right.
Um, NXT's even headlining Survivor Series with Raw and, Raw and SmackDown. You got Charlotte Flair winning the Royal Rumble and then going and challenging the NXT champion as opposed to the Raw or SmackDown champion. You know, they were all standing together, and she picked the NXT champion. So they were not treating it as developmental at this time.
Uh, yeah, I think NXT the name got a little bigger than what it was intended. I think the popularity made it the third brand versus them actually trying to make it a third brand.
Yeah. So it's definitely it's going to be one of the headlines that is definitely going to have a lot of people talking. It was just funny that he said that oh, this is our developmental. They beat our developmental, and he gives his little Triple H smirk. And you probably know what I'm talking about when I
Yep,
say
I
that.
sure do.
His little
That I don't know. That seems like a save face comment. I mean, clearly when NXT was going head to head with AEW, they thought NXT was going to smash them. Obviously, that didn't happen. Um, there's a lot of factors, but bottom line is NXT didn't get the job done. Um, I think Vince just saw that it wasn't doing as well as forecasted, and he wanted to put his fingers and totally revamp everything. Now, as far as punishing Triple H for it, I don't know.
well, he definitely squashed that. So.
Yeah.
That rumor has been put to bed. Well, he went on to say in that interview, I don't know if the timing worked out. I have to go back and check the timeline on that, but he basically said, you know, NXT needed to change. The reason it needed to change is because of the pandemic. They weren't able to recruit because they would pull in the developmental, or I'm sorry, the guys from other companies or
Mm-hmm.
experienced wrestlers. They couldn't do that because of the pandemic. A lot of the independent promotions had to close up. So as a result, they then started the next in line program where they're pulling in other people, training them to be wrestlers. And he was stating that that needed to happen because of the pandemic.
Okay. Well, I mean,
Um, and again, I need to check the timeline on that because I don't know if that's all the way true.
it's hard to say.
And it definitely doesn't explain why you turn it into a Nickelodeon program with all those colors.
Man, the colors. It's hard to focus.
Yeah, and you got the rap music playing in the show now.